In the previous chapter, we saw Fan awaken his azure flame, burning away the fog and turning the tables on his enemy with his mastery over arrays. Meanwhile, in a sinister cave, the red-haired man drained life essence from his captives, revealing his terrifying ability to absorb both yin and yang energy. As Fiend Yang and others watched in horror, the stakes grew higher, with survival seeming almost impossible. "Let's begin the chapter." The red-haired man let out a hearty laugh, his fiery eyes scanning the room as they landed on the women. He smirked, his gaze narrowing on Yue. "Well now, girlie, my, how ripe you are. Care to have a little chat with yours truly?" He turned his attention back and forth between the two women, his expression growing curious and then incredulous. "Wait a second," he said, his brow furrowing. "Are you sure you're a woman? Why are you so hard? Come on, break already." His voice grew more agitated as he clenched his fists. "What the hell is your body made of?" he snarled, his frustration apparent. Yue responded with a mocking smile. "Oh, sorry about that. Master gave us all zombie pills. They harden our bodies so much that even your strength is useless. So stop wasting your breath." The redhead's face contorted with a mix of anger and disbelief. "There's actually such a bastard master out there? I get punishing disciples, but doing it just so I can't have any fun? This is ridiculous." He turned back to the women, his voice raised. "Who here is your damn master? Tell him to come out and cure you right now." Yue sighed and shook her head. "Stop shouting already, he's not even here." Nearby, Kui Lang added with a resigned tone, "Man, just let us move around a bit. If we stay stiff like this much longer, we'll probably just turn to stone and die." The redhead ignored their plea, his mind working furiously. His frown deepened, and he suddenly exclaimed, "Wait a second. How is this master of yours controlling you when your cultivation is clearly higher than his?" Kui Gang quickly chimed in with a feigned air of melancholy. "That's just how he keeps us under control." The redhead paused, then nodded as though that explanation made sense. Slapping his chest with confidence, he declared, "Not to worry. That punk is trapped in my array as we speak. In a couple of days, I'll wring the cure out of his corpse, and then—" His lips curled into a wicked grin as his gaze lingered on Yue and Bai Lian. "The fun will begin, ha ha ha." With that, he turned and left, his sinister laughter echoing behind him. The two women glared at his retreating figure, then exchanged a brief sigh of relief. The zombie pill truly is a blessing in disguise. The red-haired man wandered over to the mystical heaven sect's side, his eyes lighting up as they fell on Shui Ruohua. He reached out to pat her cheek, marveling at the softness of her skin. "Now this," he said with relish, "this is what I call a woman. Soft, smooth, not a damn rock. Now, break." Shui Ruohua flinched, but before she could respond, a voice rang out. "Stop, you fiend! Don't touch them!" It was Schwan Shiau, his tone frantic and desperate. "It was I who insulted you. If you must take it out on someone, take it out on me." The sight of Schwan Shiau startled everyone. His hair was disheveled, his eyes bloodshot, and his face pale. He looked unhinged, a shadow of his former self. Shui Ruohua's heart sank, but a flicker of hope entered her voice as she cried out, "Young master!" The redhead only chuckled, darkly, his amusement evident. "What did I do to him? Nothing much," he said with a shrug. "I just let him enjoy the show. Poor bastard. Looks like his heart couldn't handle it. But hey, how is that my fault?" Shui Ruohua turned to him, in anger, her face red with indignation. "There's no way our young master would ever—" "Oh, come off it," the redhead interrupted, shaking his head. "You righteous cultivators and your high and mighty attitudes. You love pretending you're all virtuous, but deep down, you're just like me." He grinned wickedly, leaning closer. "Did you know? That refined young master of yours already had a taste of your junior sister's yin. What? The word burst from Shui Rohua and the other women in unison. Their shocked gazes turned to Schwan Shiau, who could only hang his head in shame, his silence confirming the truth. Shui Rohua's mind raced. He went demonic. He's just as filthy as this demon. One of the elders, Elder Yun, stepped forward, his voice booming with authority. Shut your mouth, demonic vermin. Our young master would never fall for your schemes. He'd never make such a mistake. The redhead grinned, clearly enjoying the chaos he was causing. Oh, really? Well, I tried tempting all you old coots, but it seems your young master was the only one who took the bait every time. Face it, even the most righteous have a demon lurking inside. It's just a matter of time before it comes out. He gestured dramatically, his laughter ringing out. Since mystical heaven sect's young master is now dabbling in demonic cultivation, wouldn't that make your entire sect a future demonic sect? Ha ha ha! Preposterous! Elder Yun bellowed. The young master is still young and naive. He may have faltered, but he will not walk the same dark path as you. He will not bring shame upon our sect. The redhead shrugged, unconvinced. It's all the same in the end. Your sect's tiniest stain will be enough to make it a laughingstock among the others. A righteous cultivator learning how to pluck yin, and from his own sect's sisters, no less. Now that's hilarious. Ha ha ha. His laughter was laced with mockery as he added, and to think, he even enjoyed it. Flicking his sleeve with a dramatic flair, the redhead turned back to the women, his lustful grin returning. Anyway, I've wasted enough time here. Let's see who's next, shall we? Ha ha ha. His gaze landed on Chang, and his eyes lit up with unrestrained desire. Now this, he murmured, his voice almost reverent, this is something special. It's the first time I've seen such a pure woman. I can't help myself. I can't wait. It's killing me, Ching remained calm, her eyes closed as she leaned against the cave wall.